Easy gang, what is happening, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Now for today's video, we are going to be reacting to something a little bit more out of ordinary. Alright, some of us probably can't relate to it, but you know what I'm saying, we can get a good, wrap around ahead for others who do view this so-called content that these other people make, separate from me, other content creators. This one's a little bit more explicit. Now, for real, this would never worked out, or the job I'm at right now would never worked out. I probably would be doing the content that they're gonna react to, what they're about to do. I'll probably be doing that type of content. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Either that or stripping. Yeah, either that or stripping. One of those. But the video we're going to go ahead and react to is called Do All Porn Stars Think the Same? This video is brought to you by Jubilee. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and watch this video in your own time, all links in the description. It's down below. Whatever you want to view is all in the description for everything that we watch. But we're going to go right ahead and see Do All Porn Stars Think the Same? Let's get right here and get into this video.
Everybody has the opportunity to choose what kind of sex they will have, and so it can be sacred. But then there's times I just want to be a dirty pig and just go out and do whatever I want, and that's not sacred.
Okay, we invited 6 porn stars to the range. And by the way, this is the one that was 3 years ago, this video, because there is another video out that came out not too long ago, but this is the last one.
3, 2,
Yes.
1.
Yes. Porn is
Film in itself
art.
is art, but art is also subjective. So for myself, I do believe that my work is on some level a creative endeavor, which actually does reflect the art world.
I mean, everything that we do is a creative endeavor. I shoot a lot of features, which means I shoot a lot of movies that are actually filmed more like mainstream movies. It's basically the exact same, except in the end, we have sex.
So I said somewhat agree. I'm still new to the industry, so I have not really done a lot of feature films or the big productions. I still do the reality porn where it's like the pizza guy, he rings the doorbell and then he fucks the MILF or something. So I don't really see that as art in a way.
Oh my god.
I mean, but did they set that pizza guy up a certain way? You have to lean against the
Alright, be honest, how many of y'all just imagine that whole scene? I know you did, you freaking weirdo. I know you did. You dirty little bit. Oh my god, you're
doorbell a certain way. You have to hit the
Disgusting.
lighting, your hair lights back
I
there.
would never watch that stuff.
Minors would be allowed to view porn.
Oh, I thought about to say something else, yo.
1.
No. The reason why I say no is because porn actually ruins a lot of individual mindsets. When I don't know if any of y'all experience any sexual activities, but if you haven't, don't watch porn. I did before my first time, and the expectations were I was expecting a little bit more, a whole lot more actually. And that kind of ruined my mindset a little bit. So when you're watching especially industry porn, that really ruins your expectations, your first time, and that really it ruins a lot of that stuff. So don't be so, whatever you see on them little websites you go on, don't expect that to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? We all not gonna meet a Ash Cash. I like to meet a Ash Cash. I would love to meet a Ash Cash. I would love to meet a Tiana Trump. I would love to. But not everybody could move like Tiana Trump. Not everybody could do what Tiana Trump does. Everybody, yeah, I'll just put it like that. Nobody is gonna find those girls or other
The type of
people
porn
that
that
you were
minors
looking
will
for.
be able to get is most likely going to be what's free on the internet, and there's a lot of things missing from the clips that are free on the internet. It's not very educational. It does not teach them the proper way that sex should be done, consent, lube, all of that stuff, it's missing.
We do a lot of fantasy role play and different things that maybe you would want to do but you can't actually do in real life. And so if a minor is watching it, they don't see what goes on behind the scenes where the partners are communicating with each other you can do this but like this, or they don't see consent happening on camera.
Porn is it's a fantasy. this is not reality. So a minor watching this is definitely gonna get the wrong idea of what real sex is and how it's done, how it started off, how you meet a girl. You're not gonna meet the pizza man too many times and it's gonna open up the pizza and his dick's in there. That's all sexual harassment, folks. If they're able to watch this, I think sex would be a lot more numbing at a lot younger age, and we don't want that as a society. Like, we still want sex to still be somewhat sacred to kids.
I'm gonna say that I think pornography is a very important part of learning things. And also a minor is somebody who's under 18. So we're talking about 17, 16, 15. They're already probably watching porn or probably dealing with that. I agree it is not the place somebody should learn about sex, but if they're doing it, how do we make it so it can be a positive thing?
You think they should have like, I don't know, not softcore, but like a porn, like that's more educational.
Porn exploits racism. 3.
Yes,
2,
yes,
1.
yes. Oh my God, there'd be like so many times where like you go on like other websites and you will see BBC devours white girl. Like you see shit like that, and I'll be like, oh, like damn, like I look at that stuff. Wait, I mean, I don't be looking at this stuff. I just. Another person that I knew looked at it was telling me about this, and I was like, damn, like maybe you were trying to look for the MILF section. Yeah, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at the titles because we all have preferences. We do. But you just like we said about expectations. You just like, you know, with the whole expectation of black man, BBC, devout, like you have that whole now you got that little white girl thinking that she gonna find a BBC, and now this other black guy she about to mess with, he could only be messing with like a little BC. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff like that.
Not interracial yet. No matter what, they're going to end up making it so that there's a racist title, like Baby Goes Blacked, Blacked on Blondes, Big Black Cock on this little tiny white girl, something like that. And I get so much hate on Instagram, on Twitter, saying I'm racist, saying whatever, and I'm actually the opposite.
Totally.
I don't want to fucking do that.
There is a whole site, I mean, it's one of the biggest sites in our industry that is blacked. And interracial is interracial. Interracial is a white dude with a Chinese girl. Interracial is anything is interracial. So for us to just consider the darkest guy with the whitest girl, I think it's just so stereotype. And then they don't even do that. They make sure that the guy is gigantically huger than the other girl, so it looks intimidating. And then I feel like sometimes, why else do you think that some people are intimidated by black culture?
It's really bad. Like, I've even gotten companies offering me like hundreds of dollars extra to shoot interracial, and it didn't occur to me until like companies started dropping off, or like I was getting all these comments being like, oh my God, like you need to shoot with more black guys, and then we need more BBC and stuff like that.
People want that. That's the scary, that is the more scary part of this conversation. People actually want racist porn.
My family approves of what I do for a living.
Oh, I want to see their answers. Oh, I want to see their answers. Wow, only one person.
My family, they found out the first day that my first scene came out. My mom, she called me and she was upset. And then like a week after that, she was like, you know, I love you and like you're still welcome to come home. They're not all for it. They still want me to go back to college, but they have my back.
I came from a very bad space as a trans guy and like, you know, tried to commit suicide, all kinds of stuff. So really, I think my parents are just really happy I'm alive. I'm hugely successful in the pornography business. So I think what I did is I taught my parents that this is a business. It is not just dirty, nasty porn in the back alley. It's actually a real lucrative business if you understand how to create a business from it.
Most of my family knows what I do, and like my parents, they approve of it. They're like, you do what you want, you're an adult. But like my extended family, my grandparents, my cousins, they're all Mormon, they're super religious. I've been blocked on social media. I've been like, they don't invite me to family reunions anymore just because they're like, you can do what you want. But because our religion views it this way, we're not comfortable with you being like around our kids and stuff like that.
What makes it sad is like, it does make you feel like people forget the person that you are. Like, it's just a job. Like, this is just a job for me.
It is hard for me to find
I have my husband. We are open and we're in a poly relationship, and I'm learning that, you know, you get what.
Wait, poly relationship? Does she mean like threesomes and stuff? Yo, yeah. Bro, my man's lucky. My man is
And so
lucky.
if you're not cool
Oh
with
my
what I
god.
do, then you don't get to talk to me.
My struggle is
Oh my God.
the monogamous part, because if you're with me, we have to be open because I'm going to be out with other people a lot.
Very true.
And I was married, and we ended it because he wanted to be monogamous and he couldn't handle seeing me go out with other people. And it's like it gets to a point with people.
See that at that point, like, bro, you knew like what she was doing. You knew her line of work. I'm pretty sure she told you, or she should have told you, her line of work before y'all actually were in a committed relationship. The fact that you knew that and proposed to her and was like, man, it's, bro, like, how did you, like, how you just now falling apart? That's the things, like, you really gotta, like, think to yourself, like, do I want to date her and everything because she is a porn star? Like, that's the part that I get mad at him,
Where
because
they're
you
like, okay,
wasted her time.
do we want to be monogamous, or are we going to be open? Can I even handle being open? Like, you know.
I was engaged to somebody in the industry, and you know, it's not easy to find a person that you have a real connection with in this industry, you know? Sometimes porn can destroy, you know, relationships and can destroy people, you know? Because I don't have her anymore. And honestly, I don't know if I ever will, you know, because sometimes what it does to people, it mentally can scar you. I didn't want to accept it for what it was. I didn't want to think that porn was really hurting my relationship or really hurting her as much as it was. At times, there's just nothing you can do, and you just, like I say, you live and you learn.
There's a lot of things that happen that people don't understand. When we go to work, we are disconnected from intimacy.
Yeah.
People don't know how to do that in their own life, so they don't believe. I think a lot of times they don't believe us.
Because a lot of times I'll tell people,
I did not
you think it's
expect
just
that to be
normal
his
sex. I'm like,
voice.
yo, I am angled like this. I am backwards. I'm like making sure the light's getting inside here so you guys can see what's going on. Like, I'm not on top of this girl, hugging her and kissing her and making love to her. Like, that's what I would do at home.
It is completely a job. We are disconnected. It is you're doing all of this as a motion and as an actor. You're an actor.
Yeah, now that they said that sentence, the two men, now that they said that sentence or they had that conversation, it's like kind of making me change like how I view porn stars. I mean, I still would never date a porn star, but I'll always look at them as human beings. They all are, obviously. But what everyone has to know is the fact that you have different types of sex and everything. But just because that they're all still having sex doesn't mean that they're not actors or they're just doing this for the job, they're just doing it for money. Like, that's more so what people need to understand. And myself too, but I still would never date a porn star. I don't want to date someone who's just touching another man. I don't want my girl to be doing all that. No, hell no. You should be only touching me. That's just me. That's damn.
Sex is sacred. 3, 2, 1.
So I personally, I think it's a very personal choice. I believe everybody has the opportunity to choose what kind of sex they will have, how they want to have sex, when they want to have sex, why they want to have sex. And so it can be sacred in a situation where I might feel like I have a lover and I want to keep it very personal and I don't want, but then there's times I just want to be a dirty pig and just go out and do whatever I want. And that's not sacred.
Like, there's relationship sex that you actually feel for the person and stuff, and then there's genital sex where you just want to fucking get off. When I was 18, those couple years from 18 to 21 in the industry, I was a mess. I didn't know how to separate my personal life from my porn life. I can't be Aiden Ashley 24/7, and when I first got in the industry, I thought,
I know y'all was ready to look up that damn name. I know y'all is. I know y'all. You dirty. You dirty. You dirty. Because guess what? I would never, ever in my life, ever do some stuff like that. That is just ridiculous. What was her name?
Come on,
But I would never, ever in my life, ever, and I mean ever, like ever. Let's put that right. Like ever in my life, ever look at some stuff like that's just stupid. Come on, think, man. Don't do that. I gotta save this for later. Think, man. Damn.
I can't be Aiden Ashley 24/7. And when I first got in the industry, I thought that that's who I was. I was ordering my Starbucks coffee and telling them I was Aiden. Okay? Like, and that's how I knew that, like, I needed to come back and still have my real self and then be able to turn into Aiden when I go to set.
You live and learn. Sorry.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, my friend. We got a friend. We're friends.
This man went for a handshake. He came in for a hug. That man was really emotional, especially with the story that he said about his loved one. You know, his loved one said that she couldn't deal with the fact that he was a porn star and everything. And I mean, like, that's what, like, you kind of got to get mad at her. We already knew what he was. I'm pretty sure you already explained what he was. So why are you getting mad at him for something that you already knew was happening before the relationship even started, you know? But if anything, like, the way how emotional he was getting, like, he said it was giving him, like, mental scars or whatever. I just feel as though if, like, they need to be teaching other kids, like, stuff like this, you know? Whatever line of work you're going to, not just porn, not just any, like, sex working, whatever. Just anything in general, any type of line of work, because any line of work is going to give you that, like, that mental breakdown. It's going to make you, like, exhausted. It's just, like, it just depends on, like, how to deal with it, and do you want to deal with it? So, do you want to find another job is what I mean to say. So, you can't just jump into it just because you think, like, oh, it's about to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Just having sex and I'm making money. No, it's not going to be that easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to deal with not being in relationships or anything else within them lines, you know. So I really do think some schools or whatever, like, but just teach kids, hey, like, before you get into this job, just know that these are the pros, these are the cons when it comes to this line of work. I really feel like they would just break that down for, like, any kids, you know. That way we can avoid stuff like this. But I felt like that was a very educational video. Hopefully there are some kids that would watch stuff like this before they do get into the line of work. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any porn stars. I really don't care what you do for your line of work, as long as it's legal, you know, and it makes you happy. That's the only thing that, like, you should be. That's the only thing you should care about. Who cares what anybody else is saying? Like, nobody. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. As long as it makes you happy, who cares? So if you guys want to see any of the Jubilee videos, just let me know. Any of the videos similar to that, that's not Jubilee, go ahead, get right into that. You know, I'm starting to come out with just a little bit more games. I have a couple more games in mind. And yeah, if you guys want to, you know, give me some other recommendations, you feel free. You can always reach at me on my Instagram. Everything's in the description. How you want to contact me, or you go ahead, put in the comment section. But until next time, hey. Tell a friend got the channel, okay? Deuces.